Hi, hello, and welcome to this video. My name is Michelle Montana. I'm an interior designer aspiring to be full-time while I work in TV and film, amongst other things. Anyways, today's video is going to be about holiday tablescapes. We're gonna put together, I made a Pinterest board that I'm gonna share with you guys. It's gonna be linked below. And all of the items that I've selected are linked. I did it so smarty pants, in my opinion. So like anything, you can basically shop my entire Pinterest board because I made it that way for you. I had so much fun making my Thanksgiving tablescape at my in-laws' house. And I just thought, you know, I don't really know what opportunity I'm gonna have to do it for Christmas. So these would be like my ideal tablescapes if I were hosting. And I like to switch things up. I'm gonna start with probably my favorite, but I really do like all of these different styles. And if I had the budget to do a different style every year, I absolutely would. So let's just get right into it. I don't want to prolong this video because I'm assuming it's gonna be not short, but I'm gonna try my best. Hi, Luce, you wanna say hi? Okay, this first tablescape idea is definitely a little bit more fun and playful, but let's just look at it, I guess. So I saved these two images. I like this kind of minus the floral arrangements. I like the napkins mixed with the bowls and the dishware. As well as like I like these sort of the candlestick holders and stuff, and I like that just like pop of color. I just see this as like a less traditional version of a Christmas tablescape, you know, that still plays on traditional elements. And this one is a little bit more traditional and possibly a little bit more easier to achieve, but I'd like to maybe mix the two. I do have something kind of similar to these, to this setting. I have like a blue set kind of similar to this, and I think it would be really easy to just find either at a thrift store or on Etsy or your grandma's collection of items to find like a lace tablecloth like this. I think that would be really pretty. And so I found these dishes that kind of touch on that vintage style if you were unable to find actual vintage toile dinnerware. And I like these because they're different colors and you can kind of mix and match, and everybody has kind of like a different setting, which I really like. I like to kind of mix things up and not everything be perfectly matching. And I also liked these napkins I actually found by a maker on Etsy. So, and I thought that would be really nice if you, instead of, you know, getting the dinnerware or whatever, you could just have this little pop of an element with the toile napkins and just use your normal dishware, whatever that might be. And I also just really liked this as kind of like a pop of color, these like seersucker tablecloth, it's cloth table napkins. But I really liked this red hem on the edge. I thought that was really pretty. If you did have something like this, you could do this. Honestly, I would do both. Like they seem to mix both of them. Oh my gosh. Words are not finding me well today, but you know, this is more maybe like a paisley napkin mixed with the toile dinnerware, but either way. So that's just like one thing. And then you could just find like some ornate candlesticks, you know, if you wanted to play into that. Like these were my grandma's, they were in her basement, and I asked if I could have them, so now I do. And then, you know, these ones over here, I have so many candlesticks. If you watched my last video, which was basically a decorating for Christmas vlog, you could see how many candlestick holders that I have. It's an obsession, I guess you could say. But I have these like pewter ones, which are really fun. I don't know about fun, but they're like more traditional. And then of course with the traditional style, you could also play in with something a little bit more mid-century modern to kind of balance out. Sorry for like talking to you like this. To kind of like balance out the styles, or like something like this, like super modern. Again, just to kind of like play with just like mixing different styles. I've touched on that. I think you get it. So that not everything has to look like it's from the same era. Like, I really like to mix everything within like my home and my fashion sense, like everything, yeah? Okay. So that's like my first kind of ideal tablescape, basically from things that I already do have. And then if you wanted to, like with these like goblets, you'll see them in the next style, but I found these, they're from Anthropologie. They did a collaboration with House of Hackney, and they're just like a very nice like vintage style goblet, but you could also find something like that on Etsy for, you know, vintage, or honestly, something like this or any sort of goblet style is so easy to find in thrift stores. They're there all the time. People really just like don't realize what they have. Or people don't know how to put everything together so it looks nice. I think a lot of people get stuck in this mindset that everything has to be like new and modern all the time. And I think styling works, in my opinion, really well when you're mixing different styles. You're mixing old with new. That's just my opinion. Obviously, I'm going to beat that like a dead horse, or whatever the saying is. Beating a dead horse. Yeah, I'm just going to keep on saying it. Number 2 is kind of more of a sophisticated, elegant, but relaxed tablescape. I really like how minimal this is and how easy this would be, honestly, to replicate. You could use whatever your dishware already is, and maybe even for like this like smaller plate, you could just have like I have a collection of teacups, and you could just use like all of the matching saucers to like mix in with this to kind of give it a little bit something different, mix of texture, mix of, I'm gonna say style again. Anyways, so, and just doing like the eucalyptus in the center, the like few candles, I just think it looks really elegant, without being like too difficult to achieve. Let's see. So I didn't go with this plummy napkin, but you absolutely could try to find something like that. And I actually think that the Food 52 napkins, yeah, they kind of did come with like a darker, like you could get this kind of darker color if you wanted to. But I think if you wanted to have like a natural table, like if you have a nice wooden table that you don't want a tablecloth for, you could just have your natural table and have more of like an OT color napkin. And again, so these House of Hackney goblets I think would be really nice for that combination. And I really like the gold flatware with this. I think it really gives it a nice pop. So personally, I do have gold flatware that I found. I think I found like a full set. It has 12 settings. I think for less than $150 on eBay, I believe. And the nice thing with vintage gold flatware that a lot of people don't know, you can, okay, I'm going to get myself into trouble by saying this. I wash mine in the dishwasher. You don't have to if you don't want to, but the vintage ones are not like essentially like painted. You know, if you buy something new that's like gold and you try to put it in the dishwasher and it flakes off. I've had this happen with like a cocktail shaker before. Anything that's like stainless steel underneath of like gold is going to flake off if you put it in the dishwasher. But the vintage ones, in my experience, don't do that. You're really not supposed to put them in the dishwasher, but they do fine. I haven't had any issues. I did read somewhere though that you should not put them in the dishwasher with a lemon dishwashing detergent. Like anything that's like lemon something. I think something about the citric acid will probably like, it could damage it somehow. So I just get plain dishwashing detergent, and I've had mine for like 6 months and they're fine. And I wash them all the time. I've yet to hand wash any piece. So just a tidbit of information. But anyways, the gold here, I think pops really nice. So I really like, if you want to get gold flatware, just don't buy it new. I really don't recommend buying it new because you can never put them in the dishwasher and that's just like not practical. There's these ones, I like the texture, I think, visually from online. I think I like the texture of these napkins and the color a little bit more than the Food 52 ones. However, they're twice as much money for like half the amount of napkins. So as you can see, this is like a set of 2 for $44, and this you get 4 napkins for $30. The reason it says 45 here is because you can get, and this is really fun, I'll show them to you. You can get like a multiple colors for a pack of 6, and I really think this combo is fun. I mean, this is nice too, and we kind of go with the theme of kind of like a moodier, but I'm a big fan of pops of color, so that's really that one. It's just like very simple. Get some eucalyptus, lay it down on your table. You could do this little twine moment. I think that's nice and simple. And maybe something else you could do is if you like to do like name cards or something, you could do like a little hole punch and put the name card on the twine of the napkin. That would be like a nice thing. Okay, this one might be my favorite because I think it's the most playful, and you're not going to see much from this particular image. However, I think what I chose, how do I pause this? Okay, what I chose from inspired by this, you'll see, it's like more playful. I definitely like just this minimal, just candlestick holders and maybe just like a few. Like, I wouldn't necessarily do poppies. I guess you could, but something a little bit more festive. Even just like red roses. Maybe some like dried flowers. Like I have these from a local dried flower shop. Something like that could be a nice playful pop of color. And you could like reuse them every year. I did buy those last year. But I really like, of course, this stitching. If you're that girl, I wish I were you. Someone please do this and send me a picture. I wish I would embroider every napkin to have my guest's name on them. And honestly, I was thinking about this and I was like, well, let's say your brother's girlfriend who maybe she's not going to stick around next year. I'm not speaking from my own family, by the way. My brother's happily married. But if your brother's girlfriend or something, you're like not really sure if she's going to be in the picture next year, something like this where it's like hand stitched, you could just like pluck the name out and just like use it again next year and put a new name on there. Worst case scenario. If you're a hand embroiderer type of gal, please do this. Otherwise, you could do like Merry Christmas if you don't want to do names or something, or you can just do like a little heart or I don't know. I love the way that looks. I think it's so beautiful with the pop of red in there. But wow, tangent. I'm trying not to do that today. But something I really like about doing something so simple is how much fun you can have with it. I found these dish towels. They're a lot cheaper and they're different colors, and you can get a set of 4 for $20. And let me show you why that would work, because this is a napkin, okay? I'm gonna fold it. This is like a normal dinner napkin, okay? Here it is. Looks like this. Amazing. This is a dish towel, right? Pardon if there's any stains. But like the difference is so minimal. Like there's no reason why. And I honestly do this all the time. If I don't have enough napkins and I'm having people over for dinner, like, there's no reason why this looks exactly the same. I did fold this down a little bit more, but like, no one's gonna notice if you're using a dish towel versus a napkin, and for whatever reason, these dish towels are so much cheaper for a set of 4. Thanks to Anthropologie for your ridiculous markups that make no sense. But anyways, you could do something like this and have a little bit more color on your table and a little bit something more fun. And I would so love if someone did this and also had mix-matched. I mentioned this in my Sustainable Holiday Guide. Having these like mix-matched glassware. Ugh, I'm like obsessed. I'm so upset that I am not buying these. The original set that I had on my gift guide, someone did buy. I'm hoping it's one of you guys, to be honest, because that would make me so happy. But I just love this idea, and like someone gets like the red one. Ooh, I want to sit at the one with the red. Or skip these, do a plain napkin, and you can do just like a simple cotton mattress ticking tablecloth with the mixed match glasses. I'm super here for it. And then you could do like just a minimal plate. You don't have to do like the toile moment, or totally go for the toile. This one might be my favorite. I just think there's so many options of things that you can do, and you can't really go wrong. Like, no matter what, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun no matter what. I also just want to throw this in here. I really did like these napkins, and I'm going to show you why. I love this photo that they showed like all of them together, and I think that's super fun. So if someone wants to buy every single different type, maybe you have like a really big Christmas party going on, or you have like a 30-person dinner table. These are only $30 for a pack of 4, and so then if you bought like a bunch of different colors, I don't know, I just think it'd be really playful and fun and festive. I think a wide variety of colors is actually very festive. I don't think you have to be like red and green and stuff, you know? Okay. This is for the minimal gals out there, because I am not you, and bless you, but I really love this just sort of minimal romantic style. I think something like this, and I didn't take the time to find them, but I know I've seen stuff like that on Amazon, so why don't we go ahead and look for ribbed glass vase. Okay, here you go. Here you go, ma'am. Get a bunch of these, throw them on your table. You can do the gray ones. Ooh, the green would be fun. But if you're this amber girl, stick to it. Find some clear ones too, and you're good to go for like your minimal tablescape in the center. I would honestly, you could do like little dried flowers and stuff, but I would just do only the candles. I think that'd be so pretty. And I really like this dishware too, but if we're sticking to our normal dishware that we already have, you could bring in something a little bit more fun with this type of striped tablecloth to give it a little bit of like dimension. I really liked smoked glass in general. I think it looks really pretty, but this would be a nice addition to the table if, let's say, you went with only like, if you could only find clear votives for your table, but then you want to do like a smoked glass goblet. I mean, you get 4 of these for $15. If, let's say, you have an 8-person dinner table, you're spending $30 on everyone having this like cute little water glass. I think that's so nice. And I just love these napkins too. IKEA came in for good minimal stuff for the table. They came in well for that. I don't know what to say because I'm trying to avoid the word clutch, and I don't know why that's the only word that's coming to my mind. So this is for the minimal girl. I mean, I think this is lovely, but I could never not have a ton of color in my tablescape, personally. And I like to mix things up. I would love to dine at this table. If someone had me over and this was their setup, I'd be head over heels. I'd be swooning. It's just not particularly my taste. So that's why I'm trying to show all the tastes in this video, because I'm considerate like that. And last but not least, a very traditional table. I took inspiration from this, though I'm not entirely going in this direction. This is a little too busy for me, if that's possible. Oh, and for your pleasure, this is just like my normal Christmas Pinterest board, so you'll just also get these fun little things at the bottom that I've had pinned for a while. But anyways, I would do something, if you want to go very traditional, I would do something in this realm, a minimal green plaid tablecloth that honestly could be used for Thanksgiving, it could be used for a winter birthday, could be used for like other things aside from Christmas. And then I found these napkins through Dillard's of all places. And I just love this little scalloped edge. And the pop of red I think would be so nice on a green tablecloth. And then again, I would go back to something like this for your glassware, or just find all red. That would be fun. I'm gonna go back to this Avatsaba, or however you might pronounce this Etsy shop name, and just show you all of the different collections that they have. I love that they put one red one red glass in all of their mixed matched ones. I just love it. But I mean, this would be such a great option if you're doing something traditional. And honestly, you don't have to spend this amount of money. You could go and get a bunch of ones that don't match at the thrift store. And you could build this yourself without having to spend $130. I assure you, you could do that. But to bring in a little bit more red, you could find more red goblets like this. And I don't know how I feel about having leaves underneath my table. I think I would stick to something just more in the center. I mean, underneath my plate. I think that's a little too close, too buggy and too close to where I'm eating. But I'd be totally fine with some fronds in the middle of the table. Let's see if it's like, like something a little bit more like this in the center that's like less invasive on my plate. So mostly tablecloths and napkins in this collection. But I think something to keep in mind is playing with color, getting different colored candlesticks, like the actual color of the tapers. I really liked that plummy one. And just not being afraid of color or being afraid to take a risk. I think it's so much fun. My tablescape for Thanksgiving ended up that I found Brussels sprout stalks at Trader Joe's and threw those into the mix. And it was nice. I really enjoyed playing with something a little bit different. And I used persimmons as candlestick holders for some of them. I know my in-laws in the past have used apples and putting like a holly leaf. I'll try to see if there's like a picture of that I could insert. Anyways, playing with different things to make your tablescape a little bit more interesting. So I hope that this was fun for you, and I hope it was helpful. In the description, I will put my Pinterest link so that you can shop the board if you feel inclined to do so. If you have any other ideas, or if you decide to do any of these ideas, please let me know. Send me pictures. DM me on Instagram. Ask me questions. If you're not sure about a certain combination, please ask me. That would make my day. Literally make my day. Anyways, again, more holiday content will be coming. You can't stop this train. I am moving. Okay. Again, have a great day. I hope that you're having the best day watching this and that you're having a cozy holiday season. And I'll see you next Sunday. Thanks again so much for watching. Oh, squishy. Okay, love you, bye.